What's up, guys? You see that pin right there? That's Cardano, ADA USD. I've been talking about this as one of the 3 altcoins that I've been holding for the last month and a half or so. As you can see, I'm now out of this trade completely. I closed some of this trade today as it pulled back down off the $1 level. I closed some of it at 96 cents. I ended up getting stopped out on the rest of it at 83 cents as it wicked all the way from $1 down to 15 cents and then right back up to $1 within 15 minutes. Now, this is not usual even for the crypto market, in my opinion. You don't normally see a pin straight almost to zero and then right back up to the original price. That's normally a sign of manipulation. Now, Kraken is the brokerage that I'm using here, and it's the brokerage that I talked about in my previous video. But after this happened today, I actually closed my other 2 positions. One was on Coin, SCUSD. You can see right here. I just closed this today as well, right here, as it's pulling down. And I closed my position on CRV USD. I'll pull that one up as well so you can see I'm out of this trade. So the only cryptocurrency that I'm holding, you can see my close right here today. The only cryptocurrency that I'm holding right now is Ripple, and I'm holding that through Coinbase. I'm not even holding that here with Kraken. The reason I closed Coin and CRV after the craziness on Cardano today is because someone on Twitter, if I go to my Twitter feed, you can see here, someone on Twitter told me that it was actually just Kraken that was having, let me slide my face over. It was just Kraken that was having these issues. So it started to get me interested in the chart. I wanted to go see if he was actually correct. So I went, let's pull up Cardano. You can see it's literally only down 3% right now, after at one point it was down 80-something% today. That is insane. It erased the entire move that I had sat patiently through. And if I had my original stop all the way up when I took my entry, it would have stopped me out there for a loss today. So if anything, this trade proves why you need to move your stop up as the trade develops in your favor, because you never know what's gonna happen and when this thing can turn around. Let me shrink myself so you can see the full screen. Compare this with this crazy pin today. If we just look at ADA USD, instead of looking at it on Kraken, let's click crypto right here. So we just look, let's go to Binance. The pin only goes to 80 cents. Okay, that's interesting. Let's check another one here. Let's go to FEMX. Only down to 81 cents here. So what's interesting is you start to look at these other brokerages with the same currency. This is calculated by TradingView. Again here, only 82 cents on the pullback, and it's still over $1 right now. So when you start to look at these other brokerages, you get to see, okay, wait a minute. Kraken really did push me today. Now, why did it do that? Why did it push all the way down that low? In my opinion, the only logical answer, not that I have an ounce of proof of this, but the only logical answer is to let people in at a lower price or to stop people like me out of the trade. It's one of the two. And in my position as a retail trader, I look at that and I'm like, okay, well, this brokerage is clearly manipulating price for someone, whether it's to their benefit or to one of their clients, to whoever it is, there's manipulation going on here. So that's why as soon as this happened, I took a little bit of time. I thought about everything once I was out of the Cardano trade, and I was like, look, I'm still up really well on the CRV money. Even closing here, I'm up 139%, right? And if you look at the Coin money from my original position, if we turn the lock off, I'm up on my close about 150% as well on this position. So these are not bad trades, still well into profit, but I'm going to sleep better tonight having removed all of my money from Kraken, and now I'm going to look for a new broker, whether I figure out how to use Binance or I go to FEMX or I go to some other brokerage. I'll have to figure that out. But I wanted to make this video. I'm going to get it out to you guys as soon as I can so you could see not only did I get stopped out of Cardano, but I then turned and closed my other 2 positions on Coin and CRV in profit because I'm not sure what Kraken is going to do next. And again, this video is not meant to bash Kraken in any way. I would never want to do that, but I would want to make you guys aware that you just saw on the chart, Kraken pulled back way further than some of these other brokerages. Kraken will say probably that it was no manipulation, that it was just liquidity or whatever it may be. I tried to log into their website and it wouldn't load for me for the first few minutes too. So there was a little bit of lag there, which is not normally a good sign as well. So be wary if you're with Kraken. Do your own research before you just go and throw your money into any brokerage account. And just remember, these crypto brokers, as far as I know, are not regulated to the same extent that US banks are or that US brokers would be. So just keep that in mind. You can't go sue them if you do lose money. On top of all this that's going on right now, if you just look back at the chart with me, Bitcoin's having a pretty volatile day. We started the day at 57,000 and we touched 47, or yeah, just about 47,000, 46,000. So we saw an 18% drop today. Notice how we have a pin here to the 21 EMA. Once we started to pull back previously here in the beginning of January, look at how it pinned, came back, pinned, came back, and it slowly continued that move down. So this pin could be, kind of telling us, okay, we're trapped under 60K for now. 57,000 is our top, and we're going to trade between 57,000 and 47,000 for a little bit. That's what might happen here. Now, I shared on Instagram that picture of the Tulip Mania that showed something like this. If I erase all my drawings here, it showed something like this, where you have the market popping on an initial pop like you saw here with Bitcoin in that initial, 0 to 20K or so, where it went up to like 17,000, 19,000 right in here. It faded. Then in the Tulip Mania, you saw an even bigger second pop and an even faster crash. So knowing that that has happened in the past, we can't say that it's impossible for it to happen again on any market, let alone Bitcoin, one of the most speculative instruments in history, right? So think about that when you look at Bitcoin. And if you look at SPY as a whole, as we start to see this continue to not slow down or turn around, but as we start to see it go a little bit more bearish than it's been, coming back under the 8 EMA, headed towards the 21 EMA on the daily time frame. If you look at the weekly time frame, headed back towards the 8 EMA. As we start to go a little bit more bearish, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw overall, just because of the economic situation, a 20% pullback. A 20% pullback would put us through the 50 EMA down to about 308 on SPY. I think if you look at a higher time frame, if you look more towards the monthly time frame, we could even see a pullback below 300, which would still, in my opinion, be a great buying price for the long term, but it will scare a lot of people. The question really is not, are we going to see a 10% or a 20% pullback? Because at some point we always see pullbacks. Look at 2018. Even here, we pulled back 22%, 20% in 2018. We pulled back here during the coronavirus crash. That was 35%, right? So we've seen this happen before where we'll have pullbacks. But again, my question is, how long is that bear market going to last? If you go back and you look at 2008 and 9, this is a monthly chart, right? So we're looking at 459 days, right? Almost 2 years of bear market. Are you going to be able to handle that? Can you trade through that? Can your investments last? That's what the real questions are going to be. So as we see all of this playing out, I just posted a video Monday, after you guys are seeing this, a video recently on the channel talking about my opinion, my thoughts on the dollar index and Euro USD, and how the dollar index should continue lower. And that will set up long opportunities for us on Euro pairs, specifically Euro USD. If the stock market starts to tip over, I'll take the profits that I've made from the stock trades that I've had, specifically SPCE, and I'll look to sit in cash and buy back in when we can see the market settle out, whether it's going to be a pullback and we're going to see that 10, 20, 30% bear market come in, or we're just going to see a smaller pullback and then a move higher. I'll kind of just take it day by day. It really is day by day. I woke up this morning thinking that ADA was on its way to $1.50, and now look at what happened. I'm out of the trade completely. So it shows you why you need to use stops. It shows you why all this forecasting stuff that we talk about is fun, but none of it really matters. What matters is good risk reward and then managing that risk appropriately, and that's how you do make money, no matter what the market condition is. Reading your risk, addressing that risk appropriately is a good way to say it without going into too much detail for this short video, and then managing that risk as the trade develops. Those are the keys. So now that you guys are updated on the crypto stuff, I'll keep you posted to let you know what brokerage I go with next. We'll see what I can find. I'm going to do some research. If you have any brokerages that you would recommend me check out for crypto trading, for altcoin trading, put those in the comments and I'll definitely get to that. I appreciate you guys giving me the time always. I hope that this video brought you value. If it did, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.